Welcome into your Seattle Seahawks Report. I'm Jordan Giorgio. We have a ton of news and rumors to get into, so let's go ahead and see what's on tap for today. First bit of news to get into, Earl Thomas has come out and said that he does want to be a Seahawk despite all the recent trade rumors. He took to Twitter saying that he wants to remain in Seattle. Also, during an interview on a radio station in Dublin, Ireland, he said, quote, "In my case, whether I'm in Seattle or anywhere else, I'm going to be rich and happy regardless." It's interesting, though, because we all remember when he told Dallas Cowboys coach Jason Garrett, "If y'all got the chance to come get me after a game in the 2017 season." Thomas said he only meant that if the Seahawks would release him. But before we continue, let's bring up a quick weigh-in. What do you guys want the Seattle Seahawks to do with Earl Thomas? Get your comments in the section below, or go ahead and send me a message on Instagram at Jordan Giorgio and let me know what you would like to happen. Next bit of news to get into, the Seahawks are indeed focus on resetting, not rebuilding. This comes directly from General Manager John Schneider. That was the term he used while speaking with reporters this past Monday at the NFL owners meeting. Seattle's rebuild started with Sherman's release and Bennett's trade, then continued with Jimmy Graham, Sheldon Richardson, and Paul Richardson all signing elsewhere. According to the Seattle Times, Schneider also said, "It's not like we have this okay, season's over. Now we're going to do A, B, and C. We're working all the way through the year." Next bit of news to get into, there is not any talk for a contract extension for Earl Thomas. This also comes from General Manager John Schneider. He said, "No, not at this point. There are a number of guys that have 1 year left. Earl, this would be his third contract, and he is a great player." Next bit of news to get into, I've got the absolute latest on Trevon Boykin. He has been cut. We know this. Unless you live under a rock, you have had to heard about this story. Boykin was arrested at his home yesterday and charged with aggravated assault after his girlfriend accused him of beating her severely. The Seahawks released Boykin from their practice squad Tuesday after WFAA TV in Dallas posted an interview with Boykin's former girlfriend in which she said he broke her jaw. He's been booked in the Mansfield City Jail and remains without bond. Well, if you're curious about the Seahawks' latest signing, it's official. They have assigned defensive tackle Shamar Stephen. Stephen spent the first 4 NFL seasons with the Minnesota Vikings, where he was active for 52 games from the 2014 to 2017 season. He started 20 games, including all 16 regular season games during the 2016 season. Stephen marks the Seahawks' third defensive lineman signing in free agency this offseason, following the additions of Marcus Smith, Barkevious Mingo, and Tom Johnson. But before we get into all the latest rumors in Seattle, I want to go ahead and break down my rumor scale for those of you just joining us for the first time. So if a rumor is not given any 12 flags, it means it is fake news. We're not buying it at all. If a rumor is given 1 12 flags, small shred of truth to it, but not buying that either. 2 12 flags, people are talking. 3 12 flags, it's pretty likely. And 4 12 flags, bring on the 12s, baby. This is true. You are watching your Seattle Seahawks Report, presented by Mizzen & Main, the most comfortable dress shirts for men made with performance fabric. You could go ahead and get one today at www.comfortable.af because these shirts are comfortable as F. All right, let's continue on with all the latest rumors out of Seattle. Do the Seattle Seahawks have interest in Mark Sanchez? I'm giving this one 2 12 flags because people are talking. According to the Seattle Times, Bon Condotta, the Seahawks have some level of interest in potentially signing former New York Jets quarterback Mark Sanchez to fill their backup quarterback role following the Boykin drama. In 3 seasons, Sanchez threw for 45 touchdowns and 41 interceptions and 9,212 yards. He would be a low-cost veteran and probably makes the most sense at this point. Next bit of rumor to get into, was the Trevon Boykin incident false? We're giving this one 12 flag. Boykin's history doesn't help his cause, but he did deny the allegations in a statement on Twitter, saying, "This woman has lied about me and it has cost me my job. I know guilt by association is real. This person has fabricated a story and I am suffering the consequences. I will let the legal system run its course." There's just too much evidence, though, at this point, including surveillance footage, text messages, and more, that Boykin is probably not getting away with this one. Next rumor to get into is Colin Kaepernick heading to Seattle. 212 flags, people are most definitely talking. Since Boykin was released, Kaepernick's name has crossed everyone's minds lately. We know he met with the Seahawks last offseason, and if we go back in time, 2017, Pete Carroll said, quote, "He's a starter in this league, and I can't imagine that somebody won't give him a chance to play." Signing Kaepernick does come with some risks, though, in the form of fan acceptance. So 12s, I've got to know, do you guys want the Seattle Seahawks to pick up Colin Kaepernick? Get your reactions in. Give me a like for yes or a wow face for no. Last rumor to get into, does Earl Thomas know his future? Fake news, you guys. If anybody is telling you otherwise, they are lying to you. In his interview with NFL UK Live, Thomas said he is just as unsure as the rest of the football world of his future with the Seattle Seahawks. He also said, quote, "Hopefully I stay, but right now nobody knows. It's a guessing game, so we'll see."